How's it going? My name's Doug, and I'm going to review 2017 Tesla Model S. Now, I may not be that other Doug that you know on the internet reviewing cars, but I happen to be a designer who's worked at companies like Apple and BMW, so I'm pretty passionate about products and cars in particular, and I've had this car for 3 years, so I have a few thoughts I'd like to share with you. This is the Tesla Model S, the 90D from 2017 to be specific. And today, we're going to look at what it's really like to own this car and live with it as I have for the last 3 years. Now, of course, we're going to talk about all the Tesla things, like what is it like to drive electric, charging, autopilot, self-parking, range. But I also really want to talk about driving dynamics and the emotional response to the car. How does it practically work on road trips? Furthermore, financials. What were the lease terms? How is the depreciation of the car over time? What does the future look like? So that we can answer the question, is this truly the car of the future?
There you go, that's great! Holy shit!
Documentary about how
Tesla,
Teslas
yeah, you just
are like the natural Viagra.
And of course, one obligatory acceleration video. But you've seen enough of those, so moving right along. You could think of this like a preview. Eventually we're gonna get a crew, we're gonna go for some drives and really talk about this car. I have another designer friend and we're gonna have a really good discussion about it because there's a lot to talk about. I mean, the Tesla Model S is like the car of the last decade, right? Released first in 2012, it has dominated the automotive world through 2020. And now as we enter the next decade and we see that Tesla really is primed to take over transportation, and I think that's, you know, there's a lot of good reasons for that. I sort of want to reflect and consider, well, what is so great about a Tesla? What is not so great? And what is it like living with a 2017 Model S, right? This car is specific. I mean, the Model S has changed so much, even since 2012 to 2017, but even since 2017 to now, 2020. So you have the new Raven models, you have this new Plaid powertrain that's supposed to be coming out at the end of the year. And so it's really in a pretty active state of flux. And so I think it makes an interesting thing to talk about. But also, likewise, you know, I want to talk about the perspective of car ownership. So not just, oh, it's cool to have this car for a week, and well, then of course you always want whatever the newest, you know, best thing is. But what's it really like owning a Tesla, living with it day in and day out, and is that the right call for you? And is that the right decision? So these are some of the questions that we hope to answer with this video. We also hope to have some fun along the time. Did I say that right? We also hope to have some fun along the way. And yeah, at the end, I will be giving the car a Doug score because why not? My name's Doug. Not that I have the level of experience that the other Doug, if you know who I'm talking about, has, and I respect him a lot. He makes really great videos. All right, let's begin. I did a 3-year lease of a 2017 90D back at the end of 2017. And so at the time, what was happening is they're introducing the 100D. And so this one was at a significant discount. Actually, somewhat similar to price to a high-end Model 3. And at that time, the Model 3s were almost impossible to get. There was a very long wait list, and they're much more expensive. What's interesting is what's happened in 3 years is Model 3 has gotten cheaper, the range has gotten longer, and it actually makes this car feel out of date. But we'll talk more about that. I think right now I'm in this weird place of I 100% believe that Teslas are the future. I mean, so obviously electric cars are the future and Tesla is leading that. I think Elon is doing great things. I think Tesla's doing great things. It's important for the environment. Also transportation, they're moving the entire auto industry forward. And I'll also say, I kind of don't want to live with this car. Like, it's kind of funny. But after having it, I'm not getting another Tesla again. And I'll explain to you why that is. A lot of it for sure has to do with price. And when I show you the car that I bought, needless to say, I could buy 10 of them, like literally a fleet of those cars for the price of just this behemoth. And I think there's some good reflection there, there's some good introspection, and so I even challenge, you know, those of you that own Teslas, that bought them, that maybe make videos about them, you know, why did you buy them? Where could you spend your money elsewhere, and does it really make sense to spend that much money on a car? But that's another topic for another day.